Alright, y'all, if you couldn't tell already, I am a lesbian. That's no big news though, because if you look at me, hopefully you can tell and you don't think I'm just like some little boy. Today I'm gonna be seeing if I can spot the one straight girl out of 6 other lesbians. This is a video by Jubilee. If you're wondering why I'm sitting in my car, it's because I live on campus and I have 3 other roommates. So the only other good spot I could think of was my car. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's see if I can do it. I'm pretty nervous. I don't know if I got it in me. I don't know if I got that dog in me to you know, seek it out. But we're gonna have to. Let's go.
I'm a lesbian.
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 Okay, so here's the lineup. Just going, I know you can't look like a lesbian, but if I was, and I was going based off of looks, I would think the straight person would want to be like, oh, I want to look like a lesbian, like they're gonna play the part. So, I don't know. This is, oh my god, this is actually gonna be pretty hard, but my first thought was this girl in the blue hair. So, let's find a little more.
Hi, I'm Mars, and I went to an all-girls school for 5 years, so I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
Hi, I'm Gianna. I feel like my appearance is enough said, to be honest.
Her appearance is enough said. What did I just say? Like, her appearance is enough said? What if she planned that? She could have planned that.
Hi, my name is Elisa. My girlfriend was the first time I ever stood up for myself. Hi.
That was so cute. Hold on. That is so, like, wholesome. Oh my god.
And I eat what I have.
What you eat? My name's Maya, and I go to Berkeley and student.
My name's Claire. I've been in a relationship with the most beautiful woman, my girlfriend, for 2.5 years, officially yesterday.
My name's Mara, and I've been married since January 31st.
So the last girl says she's been married, but she didn't say, like, oh, to my wife. So maybe that was a slip up. Maybe. The woman will now vote for who they think is straight. That's all they get? Like, alright, this is the first elimination. So, based off of who I think is gonna get eliminated, either probably the last girl or Elisa. I think that was her name. The short one. That's just who I think they're gonna vote for. Hard to say.
I voted her out just because she was the straightest looking.
The second we walked in, I looked at everybody's outfits, and I feel like everyone just kind of had like a more eccentric vibe to their outfit, whereas Mara was just wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Okay, again, like, you can't look lesbian, right? And a lot of these girls are going off of base of appearance because obviously they didn't have any other interaction. But I don't know. The girl that's saying, like, yeah, like, she didn't look like a lesbian, she wasn't dressed like one, like, she's making me very suspicious that she's so concentrated on the looks. But I don't know.
Y'all, it is not me though, for real.
She just talks a little bit too much, and it feels like she's overcompensating.
I'm letting y'all know right now, it is not me. Y'all will see my girl outside. Just letting y'all know. It's probably the...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, those clips, like, I would probably be inclined to be like, oh, she's, like, just trying to save herself. But, like, in all honesty, I do think she's a lesbian. The nails, though, that's a little suspicious for a lesbian. Little suspicious. So they might have gotten her out the first round, but honestly, there's other ways. There's other ways. I don't think it's Iris. I think they eliminated. I don't think it's her.
It's probably the hair, it's probably the lashes, the makeup, the gloss, so let's be real. You would never guess.
To start us off, who is everybody's childhood crush or like gay awakening?
Have you guys seen Lizzie McGuire? Or are you too young for that? Miranda. Elaine.
So real.
Yep.
Okay, Miss Honey was a big one for Matilda, but also Amanda Bynes, and specifically in Sydney White.
I don't remember my childhood one, but like 6th grade was RuPaul's Drag Race, Adore Delano. That was her in drag. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I wasn't exposed to much as a kid, but Rooney Mara from Carol, if you guys have seen that movie. Oh my god.
Elisa is literally so wholesome. She is just like, I want to squish her and put her in a little ball. Elisa, if you're watching this, girl, I know it's not you. It cannot be you, and if it is you, I'm gonna be pissed off. I love Elisa. make shirts. Let's go.
Honestly, my first one's not like a movie character or like a TV show character. It's a bank teller that I went to go see with my dad, and I think he was using me as his wingman, but I had my own idea of what was going
Wrote a
on.
little bit in your diary.
Yeah, a little bit.
There was this girl in my fourth grade class, I want to say. One time she was standing in front of me at the teacher's desk, and I just got like super close to her. She used to bully me in that grade, by the way.
Yeah.
And I stood like super close to her, and I was like, oh my God. But I was in Catholic school at the time, so I was like, oh no. And then stopped thinking about it for like 3 years.
I have a question. What would you guys say? Like, are you guys?
Okay, so I don't think it's Mars. I don't know, I'm just not getting that feeling. Like, I feel like Maya, maybe. Just because, like, she looks, again, you can't look like a lesbian, right? But if we were going based off of looks, look at my hair. She looks like a lesbian, and I'm just like, if you were to play this game, you're gonna play it smart, and you're gonna want to dress like what a lesbian would look like, which is like masculine, what most people think are like masculine presenting people. So, a little skeptical.
Top, bottom, like switch, femme, mask, like what do you identify within like the lesbian realm?
Verse, switch. I'm definitely femme. I would say not. I go hyper femme when I go out. I love makeup and dressing up and costumes in that way.
Yeah.
I would say I'm switch, but also I feel like, no offense to you cute Gen Zers, I feel like the mask femme thing is a little bit more Gen Z than when I was growing up.
It is, I agree. To me, she seems like she is also the lesbian. Bro, I'm just like going, I feel like I'm like not even narrowing down my options right now. Like,
And coming out, it wasn't really discussed. Those terms didn't even exist then. So I think my wife and I both are a little bit of both. I am the oldest in the group, so I felt like maybe that would set me behind because I don't know all the lingo and the TikTok language.
Yeah, I'd say I'm more like mask top, as you can tell. But
so a little skeptical about them because, or her, I don't know. Like I said before, playing the typical role. I don't know.
yeah, I would say, I mean, I like to bottom, whatever. But I do become more like feminine when I'm like in the club, popping. I know.
Nice to like,
It is. It like kind of like, crosses the line and like bends the line a little bit.
Yeah, it's a spectrum, and we can play with it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that would be a bottom. Sorry if it's so. I'm not used to saying these things aloud. If you can tell. Despite that, really, really love wearing stuff that's more mask, like suits and ties, are what I like to wear.
Sorry, Grandma, but I'm definitely, definitely verse.
Sorry, Grandma. Hold on, why would we say sorry to Grandma? I'm scared. Is Grandma in the room with us right now? Grandma, if you're here, I don't even know.
And I feel like my appearance definitely leans more feminine, but in relationships, I'm typically the more mask person.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a switch, and I think my style reflects that, like pretty stereotypically. Sometimes I dress like a little fairy, sometimes I dress like a 12-year-old boy. 12-year-old boy heavy when I'm at work.
Me right now, literally.
How was everybody's family and friends when you guys came out? Like, was it difficult? Was it?
I think I can take this one. So the
Elisa, just bless your heart. Like,
I did it at dinner over, I believe, Christmas break. The first thing I knew that was going to have a bad response because I grew up in an Asian household that was like pretty traditional, conservative.
Yeah.
And my mom, first thing she said was that like something about like conversion therapy, stuff like grow out of it, and I would need to find a husband eventually. And still to this day, she calls my girlfriend of 5 years. Oh, why am I getting too emotional?
No, don't. It's okay.
She still calls my girlfriend.
oh my God, Elisa. Like, Elisa doesn't deserve any of that. I just feel so bad, and I can like somewhat relate being Asian and growing up in somewhat of a traditional household, at least on one side of my family's side. It's definitely really scary to come out. Just because you can kind of predict what they might say, like if they're very religious, they're gonna say those things and they're gonna make homophobic comments. And I mean, even still, sometimes today they call like my girlfriend, hey, where's your friend? And that's like, she's not my friend, she's my girlfriend of like 5 years. So Elisa, I can relate to you, and any of you out there, I can relate to you as well. You're not alone. Let's go.
And more than 5 years still my friend, which kind of hurts, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
30 seconds left.
My parents were very supportive. I grew up in a liberal Chicago city-based place. My dad gave me a pin, and my mom said, "Yeah, of course you never liked boys."
Yeah, I came out with a girlfriend when I was 15. Parents were cool, uncle's gay, great.
Nice.
My principal outed me to my mom. My mom was not happy about it. I got grounded for.
Her principal outed her? Bro, that's fucked. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Like a year. It was really awesome. And then my girlfriend's parents, who were like strict Catholic Mexican parents, grounded her and pulled her out of the school.
I came out as asexual when I was 16, and that broke my parents' heart because they wanted me to find somebody that I loved. So when I was 18 and I came out, it was actually a huge relief to them.
So I never had to come out. My mom knew I was gay. She asked me. My sister's gay, and so yeah, it's just always kind of been apparent.
Okay. Blue hair girl didn't have a story. I guess her mom always knew. I don't know. Who I would vote out, probably blue hair girl or very masculine presenting. I think their name is Maya. That's who I'm feeling right now. Like,
When we talked about celebrity crushes, she didn't even give us one. And she basically was just like, yeah, I just came out because my sister's gay.
Even though she looked definitely the part, and I really believed her confidence, I just thought, okay, I think other people are also going to vote for her.
she is eliminated. Wow, I did not think she was gonna get eliminated this early. I definitely thought like the other lesbians or quote-unquote lesbians were gonna fall for it. Now that she is eliminated, I am pretty skeptical. Yeah, this is hard, bro. Like, why am I having such a hard time with this?
I knew I shouldn't have brought up the fact that my sister was gay, but I figured my appearance kind of gave it all away.
Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game. All right, that's very clear.
I want to ask, like, what's the gayest thing you've done to impress a woman? Because for me, I made matching silk chiffon heart-shaped pillows for my girlfriend and I because we both loved Muna's silk chiffon song.
I was in a relationship, like sort of long distance, and I would drive like twice a week to San Luis Obispo, just like playing music outside of their house on Valentine's Day.
That's pretty corny. I'm not gonna lie, but they could also be fake. So now that blue hair girl, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I cannot remember her name. But now that she's gone, I'm like leaning towards this Maya person.
Because they broke up with me like the day before. Like,
Oh
get
my
back.
gosh.
I remember what I was gonna say. Like the driving long distance and playing music outside their apartment or house or whatever is very corny, very typical, and the long distance thing is very typical. So I'm wondering if like the stereotype is real. Lesbians do date pretty far, but it could also be so easy for a straight girl to be like, I know lesbians date so far, so am I thinking too deeply into this? I don't know.
Had a long distance partner in Sweden for over 5 years, so we're limited in what we can do for gestures. What I did do was buy her a limited edition TCG mount on World of Warcraft. I know that sounds super nerdy, but
That's cool.
but it's
Oh my god, that is so adorable. Oh, I love it.
spent over $2,000 on it for supposedly it was going to be for eventually a marriage gift later down the line, but I wanted to buy it before it became increasingly in price. But I couldn't keep a secret, so I just ended up giving it really early.
So I worked in editing on a video game series. You know Life is Strange before the storm? So Yes, and Dana's my personal babe. So I got autographs from every single one of the people and gave it to my now wife. It was like the geekiest thing, but yeah, she's a gamer.
I think the gayest thing I've done is my best friend at the time came over and confessed that she was in love with me, and so then we like cried because I didn't feel the same, and it was just like a really intense conversation. And then I made her dinner afterwards because I felt bad that she was crying, and then we sat and watched a movie before she headed home and like cried.
You're not really talking about you being a lesbian, you're just kind of saying like, yeah, my friend had a crush on me and I denied her.
I have a question.
Hey yo, I'm not gonna lie, Maya's got a good point. She's got a good point. I was a little skeptical with that story too, I'm not even gonna lie.
Are you guys bothered by any particular celebrity queer baiting?
I would just go with the one a lot of people think about, like Billie Eilish,
So
I would
true.
say, with the whole
Hey, congratulations, Billie Eilish just came out, I guess, officially. I don't know, like she said that she thought it was obvious, but I heard she's out. So, correct me if I'm wrong.
Like, I wish you were gay kind of thing. Like, she definitely was one of my celebrity crushes. I went to Coachella 2019. I was like, I'm meeting her like somehow, but I think her, for sure.
I would say Ariana Grande. I can't remember the song, something like break up with your boyfriend because I'm bored or something. At the end, she ends up hooking up with the girl, but like there was no reason for it. Like she's never said that, I don't know.
As a queer person, I love representation. Like I get it doesn't have to happen every time, but one of the reasons I didn't come out till later is because the gay actors that I loved, like they weren't gay in real life, but I was like, oh, it's an interesting character choice.
Yeah.
So I do think it's so important.
And for them to be able to like explore and like without labeling themselves, to be able to explore it, but when it feels fake, like
for
Ariana,
monetary,
100%,
trendy
we're gonna turn on the guys
get this
or whatever.
audience.
Like,
yeah.
Do you know which person out of this group you guys have the highest doubt in, so we can have that person speak more? That way we could group up our votes.
Hey, Elisa kind of smart though. She is smart. Bro, please don't let it be Elisa. I'm actually like so scared that it's gonna be her, and I'm just gonna be so disappointed. Cause she's like one of my favorites.
Into a more centralized way, such that if someone says that they think it's a certain person, people are more likely to vote that person out because they don't want to be voted out themselves. So they're going to choose the one that they think will be voted.
Can I ask?
Elisa is logically thinking right now. She's got her big brain on. That's so real.
About how you met your wife.
yes, so she's friends with two of my coworkers at this, I review content for a children's programming network. And so we all had this, it's actually funny, it's a Christian network, but every single person I work with is gay. And so we had this big LGBTQ Christian party, which is pretty unheard of. And I met her there. She's 47, she is a lot older than me. That was harder to stomach for my parents than me being gay, but they absolutely love her now. They actually gave her
I kind of zoned out. So
this big LGBTQ Christian party, which is pretty unheard of. And I met her there. She's 47. She is a lot older than me. That was harder to stomach for my parents than me being gay, but they absolutely love her now. They actually gave her, this is the ring my mom proposed, or my dad proposed to my mom with, and this is what they gave to her as like, we fully accept you.
I am pretty confident in you. I kind of have a little bit, I wish I could give you some time to explain yourself, but I won't vote you out because I don't, just because I have doubt.
At the end of the day, I thought everyone but Mars seemed more lesbian to me because Mars was just like too pretty.
she said Mars was too pretty? What? How is that? That's like not a justifiable explanation for why someone is not gay. Like that is crazy. It's such a
She's just like so pretty, like she can't be lesbian, bro. Come on.
What? That is crazy. If Maya is a lesbian, that is like kind of a weird comment to say. Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy. I'm feeling very, very humbled. I haven't had someone question my sexuality since I was probably 12. Obviously, time was against me and the clock ran out, so I wasn't able to answer. And so I left everyone with like a final impression of, oh, we're sus of Mars.
We have a new rule for future rounds. Every time you vote out the wrong person, the prize money will be cut in half. Please.
Prize money cut in half is kind of crazy. Wow. All right. They're like, hey, we got a budget and we can't give you all this money. Like,
And if you want to continue playing the game.
Let's do it.
Okay.
What favorite thing and least favorite thing about being a lesbian like today?
I would say my favorite thing is the amount of acceptance in the community is lovely. My least favorite thing is hearing the stories that my wife has gone through because she's 47. And so she obviously faced a lot more prejudice. So I would say that's my least favorite thing.
Yeah, the community that involves, but also decentralizing men from your life and how that's improved my relationships with other women. Also, just being in love with a woman, I feel like is like not to favor, but it's like a more evolved sense. And there's such beauty in being outside, and specifically so outside the patriarchy. And then something I don't like, I still think
I love women. I love women. I just love how she put that, and everything she said is just like being a lesbian myself. I realized that, but ever like voicing that or knowing how to say that is just like she put it perfectly.
within the community, within you know, judgments and inclusion that I really hope that we drive forward with and do more work on.
I like being sort of just like the opposite of what is like normal. Like I feel like that is so awesome. And yeah, and I think my least favorite thing is probably like just like older men not understanding, especially like out in public spaces, there not being enough spaces like bars and this and that. It's just like, you can't be yourself, and it's like, you really don't fit in, and it's just, you know, that's what I really, really hate about it.
There are some people, and in particular, there's some in the lesbian community who have said that I can't call myself a lesbian because I have been in a relationship with a woman who happens to be trans, and the last time I told my coworker about that, they said I couldn't possibly classify myself as.
Hey, Elisa's coworker, if you're watching this, that's for you. That's so fucked up. Ugh.
Couldn't possibly classify myself as a lesbian if I was willing to be with someone before surgery, or and really digged into my sexual history too. So it's stuff like that. But the reason why I actually came here today was because I wanted to let trans people know that you're not an abomination, you're not a monster.
Elisa, bro. Elisa, I love you and everything you're saying. Like, you are spitting such facts right now. Like, you tell them. You freaking tell them.
Fully capable of being loved, and as I love my partner, it's nobody else's business, and you can be you, and that's okay.
Trans women are women. If you are a woman dating a trans woman, you are in a lesbian relationship, don't let anyone invalidate trans people.
If anyone has any doubts about me, I'd love to clear it up. I am, at this point, the most like straight looking of them all.
I am a little skeptical of Claire just because she did just ask that, and I feel like she kind of wants to save herself. But at the same time, I am just thinking that she just wants to like save herself, and like let people know that she is the lesbian. So, but right now, Claire is locked in, and Maya, I don't know.
I've cried. There's no way Maya's like not a lesbian.
That's what she wants you to think, though. That's what she probably came to the attention of. I am going as a lesbian. Let me dress the part.
Do you ever want to get married someday?
Yeah. Listen, I'm working towards it. I do feel it's a little archaic. I do feel it's a little patriarchal.
Yeah, I agree.
I do think it's evolving, and I do think I think weddings
it
are
can
awesome.
be done the right way.
I think for us, like, she kind of like hadn't been with any women before me.
Yeah.
And she's sort of just like the lipstick lesbian type. So we don't want to just like conform and just like be just like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're throwing out lipstick lesbian out there. I'm a little skeptical that she just like threw a term out there and was like hoping to be like, oh, she knows, she's a lesbian.
It is a 4-way tie.
A 4-way tie? I don't know who voted me, but what are you thinking? I've been the person with the guard most down. There's so much detail in my stories.
That's what I'm saying, Elisa. Like, I wouldn't vote you. I think Elisa's a lesbian. Like, I think she is.
Maybe we should have stopped because now all four of us are kind of turning our heads saying maybe the mole's out already.
You have 10 seconds to make your argument for why you should not be voted out.
Liars typically have their guard up, but I've been very vulnerable about my lived experience and what I had to go through, so yeah.
Great, I grew up playing soccer. I'm a golden gay, never had sex with
Soccer. That's pretty gay. In high school, I was a runner, and I was always very attracted to girls who played soccer, and a lot of the girls who did play soccer were gay. So, but maybe she's just saying that because she knows. I don't know. I have no idea.
serial dater, only dated women, and yeah, look at me. There's no way.
I'm gonna take it to the camera.
I mean, she said, look at me. Like I've been going back and forth. She like, what if she's just like, I'm dressing the part, look at me, I'm obviously the lesbian, duh. But she's just playing with you, come on. If she like turns out to be a lesbian, I never doubted her, so.
My girlfriend, Allie, I love you so much. You're the light of my life. I'm gonna cry, but I love being lesbian. Please, like, be inclusive. If you're someone who's judgmental, stop it, knock it off.
Sort of similar to Alyssa and Claire, but I think my emotions with my love of my wife and the hardships that she has gone through in her life, I think hopefully make it pretty clear that I am 100% lesbian. Golden gay as well.
Yes.
One of the things she said that stood out to me was she said, just look at me. I felt like, okay, she's dressing up.
What did I say? Are we all thinking the same thing here?
How could you vote me? I am literally the blueprint. There's no way a straight girl can.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you could have just like dressed up as what you think it looked like or what you thought the blueprint is, right? Because in all actuality, being a lesbian, there is no blueprint. There is no dressing a certain way. There is no looking a certain way. Like, being gay is just such a broad spectrum, and like that's like a huge problem. I mean, I won't get into it, but I do think it's Maya. Like, she's the straight person.
The sheep's clothing, like, at all.
Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game. If the lights turn green, that means you have voted out the...
I am so nervous right now. I am so nervous. So it means that you have voted out the mole. So if it turns green, they have voted them out. If it turns red, the mole is still in. Oh, come on, come on. Please turn green.
And you win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose.
It's not me.
What the? What? It's not Elisa, bro. It is not Elisa. It has to be. It's Claire. It has to be Claire. No. Come on.
It's not me.
When I count down to 1, the mole will step forward and reveal themselves. 3, 2, 1.
Bro, I was so like, I had her back. I was like, she's a little older and that's okay. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. What? Am I gay? Am I gay? Am I? Couldn't even detect it. I'm just so confused right now. The girls all talking at once, like, I knew it. All of them talking at once is just so like. That one that's so girl coded, and 2 that's so like gay and lesbian. Like, I love that. That's so funny.
I was gagged.
One of my really, really close friends.
I was gagged. Me too, Maya. And to be honest, I never doubted you for a second. Like, I knew you were the lesbian. Like, come on, you were the blueprint. So, yeah.
I was talking to her a lot. She was asking her friends who are also lesbian, and we were texting and chatting, and I was getting all the scoops and all the
So this girl like did hella research. Like, that is crazy.
that I had no idea existed. I do work in children's content review, but I'm also an actor and an acting coach, so I pulled out.
She's an actress. Duh. That's why she's so good at it. Wow.
I had a feeling it was Mara, but that was completely depleted once Alyssa, like...
Okay. So I had to pause because the car next to me, what are the odds? Out of this whole freaking parking lot, the person next to me decided to come back and just leave. And now this spot is open, so I'm gonna take a little intermission. Okay. I'm just gonna continue because we have like 2 minutes left of this video, so let's just keep going.
her, but it was truly so devastating and hard because I felt like we bonded.
I'm sorry, guys. You're so nice. I'm so sorry. I feel so happy that I won. I hope I didn't offend anybody during this.
It offended me, to be honest. Like, what the fuck? What the? It's just like, as like a gay person, you don't want to ever assume, or at least for me, I don't ever want to assume that someone is gay or straight or whatever. So especially with, I don't know how to say her name. I just didn't want to assume. And it's like, a lot of people who are more femme presenting or not, they don't ever look like a lesbian. They go through a lot of people who always say that you don't look gay. I would have never thought that. I don't know. So I guess I just didn't want to believe it.
Loved everybody that I met here, and I feel bad for lying, but not that bad because I just won. So
Fair. I mean, that's fair. She won. Like, I would feel good too, but.
I'm in literally all different shapes, sizes, colors, styles, sexual preferences, all of the above.
As a lesbian and as a butch lesbian, I wanted to make it very clear that we also have like a little girl within ourselves and we're vulnerable.
I think everyone is deserving of love, and some days you may not feel like it, but try to love yourself try to love other people, and be kind.
I hope people
I love Elisa. Big hearts for Elisa. Hearts in the chat for Elisa. Comment W Elisa. Comment we love Elisa. Well, alright, y'all. I was wrong. I love my lesbians. I love the gays and the girls. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this, let me know. I'll see you in the next one, maybe.